The turn-in 65 market is a great market to be in if you are a Medicare agent. And this time of the year in particular is a great time to be in it because we're in what's known as the off season, okay? Off season means past OEP, January 1st through March 31st. That's when people that currently have Medicare Advantage plans can make a change, one change. And we're prior to AEP, the annual election period, where it's more or less a free-for-all. Anybody that has a Medicare Advantage plan can change to a Medicare Advantage plan. They can change to a PDP. They can go to original Medicare. People with PDPs can change to PDPs. So there's just less people that you can write business for Medicare beneficiaries this time of the year. We also had a situation where in previous years, once a quarter, you could write somebody that was low-income subsidy, had extra help, who had any form of Medicaid. They could change their plan once per quarter. Those rules have tightened pretty extensively this year, so not nearly as many of those folks can make changes to their plans. So there's just less people that you can write. Obvious answer, the market where there's 11,000 new beneficiaries coming in every single day in the country, okay? And that's the T65 market. And Lead Heroes is doing a massive sale on T65 leads. I'm going to break down some math for you in this video and kind of walk you through how this is such a slam dunk no-brainer for you and how you should be able to profit massively on this if you are willing to do a little bit of work and do a little bit of selling, okay? T65 leads, okay? So they're $25 a pop. This is a significant discount from what they're normally at, retail value. And you only have to order a minimum quantity of 25 leads at a time. So you can do 25 or more. So let's break that down a little bit, okay? So let's say you did the minimum order, 25 leads at $25 a pop. That brings us to $625 investment. Want to know what that means? Let's say you write a new to Medicare Advantage plan. Well, right now in 2025, the street level commission that any independent agent gets is $626 per member in most states. If you're in a place like California, if you're in a place like New Jersey, it's even more. It's around $780 in those states, okay? But let's just say you're in another state. That's $626. So your investment on 25 leads is $625. So one sale, you're in the green. One. You write one Medicare Advantage new to Medicare application, and you're going to be in the green already, right? But that's meaning that you're going to strike out on 24 leads, and you're going to write one. Hopefully that you can do better than that, right? I've always said that the minimum kind of closing rate I think somebody should have, if they have any kind of decent sales chops, is like 10%. Right? So let's say you get 25 leads and you close 10% of those. Well, then you're at 2.5. So let's just be conservative. Let's say 2. Well, if you write 2, right? And this is a lower closing percentage on these, right? 2. Well, then you're at a $626 commission if it's a new to Medicare Advantage plan, which most of these T65 people will be. Then you're at a $1,252 return. See, for me, if I'm working these, I'm going to, in the worst case scenario, I'm going to close 15%. Best case scenario, I'm going to close 25%. Let's say I'm able to close 20%. Well, at that point, I close 20%, I'm going to get 5 new clients, okay? So 5 new clients would bring me about $3,130. That's a pretty good investment on a $625 investment. Now, what does it take to really succeed with these types of leads? Well, we've done all kinds of content about this. In fact, last year, I even took pretty much an entire day out of my schedule to work a very good amount of leads and call through them. And we condensed it down to about an hour and a half video. Comment down below if you'd like to see that video of me actually calling the leads. You get to see me in action. You get to see people actually hang up on me. You get to actually see me overcome objections and get down the road with a lead where maybe they don't want to talk to me, right? Proving that this can be done. But the best way that you're going to be effective with T65 leads or any type of lead source is by having the most conversations, meaning you have a high contact rate. And what is the key to having a high contact rate? So first off, when it comes to contact rate, for these leads, more than most other types of leads that you can get anywhere, even for a lot of you that leads you're generating yourself, maybe on Facebook or things like that, you are so much more likely to get these people on the phone because they've already picked up the phone and spoken to one of our callers in our call center at Lead Heroes, right? So they've already answered the phone. You get a recording of it as proof with these leads. So you're infinitely more likely to get them to answer the phone than another type of lead where maybe they filled something out online, right? It's just super easy. The intent might be very low. So that's number one. But, the way to get your contact rate as high as possible, I've always said your contact rate goes neck and neck. It's hand in hand with your close rate when it comes to any type of lead flow. And truthfully, the best way to get your contact rate up is to get your touch points up, right? So if you are calling through your leads 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. In our office, we encourage our agents to call 8 to 10 times even. You probably don't even necessarily need to do that. You could call through them 4 or 5 times and you're going to get a really high contact rate. It's also good if you have some type of way to automate them, to send out pre-written text messages, pre-written emails. Hitting these leads in a multitude of different ways is going to help your contact rate just get really, really high. And that's really the name of the game. But remember, even if you just closed 1 out of 25 leads, 1 out of 25. What is the math on that? Let me figure that out real quick. What is 1 out of 25? So let's see. 1 out of 25 is about 4%. So if you have a 4% close ratio, you make your money back, right? And you're not even factoring in the lifetime value of that client. Because it's not all about your first year commission. You also are going to get renewals on that client if you do a good job taking care of them, building their trust, and they stay with you long term. How long do you think you keep a client on the books like that? 5 years? Maybe at the minimum? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years? I have a lot of clients. I'm 11 years in business with my agency. We have a lot of clients, a lot of them, that have reached 10 years plus on the books with us. Insane. Right? That is an amazing lifetime value. You do some cross-selling in there, you mix up some cross-selling, and then your lifetime value and your first-year commission, both of those statistics go up in tremendously. This is a great opportunity for you to grow your business right now. The average Medicare agent right now is stagnant. They're just chilling. They're not growing their business. They're waiting for AEP. That doesn't have to be you. The best agencies and the best agents, period, grow their business year-round. They find ways to grow their business year-round. That could be you working, turning 65 leads. We're going to drop a link down in the description of this video, and that will go into detail on how you can check availability in your area, or you can just place an order for T65 leads in your area. This is a unbelievable opportunity. We do not offer these leads at this cost very often. They're so valuable. That's why they typically cost more. They are real time, right? So the same day they're generated, they get passed off to you. You get a call recording of the caller actually speaking to them. They're double verified. So these people do opt in online, but then we don't pass that lead off to you until one of our call center reps has actually spoken to them on the phone and gotten a verbal consent for them to speak to you. So they're double verified. They're also exclusive. Once a lead goes to you, it does not go to anyone else. It's only going to you. So super high quality. Let's grow your business. T65 Market. Click the link down below.